William Saliba has been on fire for Marseille this season, and after a recent masterclass versus Messi, Mbappe and Neymar, let's find out today what Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has said about Saliba's future at Arsenal Football Club. Also, how will Arsenal line up against Leicester City, and what has Mikel Arteta said about potential links to the vacant Barcelona job? Let's find out in the latest Arsenal news today. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is Bass14 and welcome back to your boys channel. Make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, and also while you guys are down there, please do consider subscribing to the boys channel, because as you guys might be aware, we are on the road to 70,000 subscribers. But let's get into the Arsenal news, and let's start off with one William Saliba. On loan for the season at Marseille, William Saliba has been very impressive. Not only did the Mbappe of centre backs have the Saliba of strikers in his pocket, Messi, Mbappe and Neymar, Saliba was not phased. So not only did that catch the eye of many Arsenal fans, but what about the Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta? Well, today Mikel Arteta on if he watched Saliba versus PSG, he says, yes, I did. As a club, we're always in touch. Edu and Ben Napa were there to watch him and to keep a close eye on him and the progress that he is making. Obviously, he's our player. We do that with all the loan players that we have. So Mikel Arteta confirming there that not only did he watch the game, but also Edu Gaspar, Arsenal's technical director, and Ben Napa, the guy in charge of the Arsenal loanees, were both there live and direct watching Saliba's masterclass in front of their own eyes. And you know what, for me, I'm taking a couple things from this. First things first, ask yourself the questions of why else would Arsenal be sending out people to watch Saliba play live if they did not see him having a future at Arsenal in the first place? And secondly, it also confirms what a certain Mr. Here We Go Fabrizio Romano was reporting only a few weeks ago. As Fabrizio Romano was reporting that Arsenal were following William Saliba's progress closely and they are really happy with the French centre-back. Arsenal told Saliba weeks ago they trust him 100% for the future. He joined Olympique Marseille on loan to play all the games as a starter and then he'll be back. So as Fabrizio reported weeks ago, Arsenal have been following Saliba. That has now been confirmed from the mouth of Mikel Arteta. And in turn, has he also confirmed the other part of Fabrizio's tweet, the fact that Saliba will return to Arsenal and Arsenal 100% trust him. It is obviously down to personal interpretation, but personally, I think so. And as Charles was reporting, Arteta has also said that he believes there is room for Saliba, White and Gabriel next season, but adds it will depend on what happens with the other players. Now, of course, the other players include Callum Chambers, Rob Holding and Pablo Mari, and some Arsenal fans have taken that quote and they have started Panic FC. Arsenal can't have 6 centre-backs. Ultimately, all clubs probably have 4 or 3 top centre-backs. So on one hand, he's already confirmed that he can see White, Saliba and Gabriel in the same squad, but the second has also confirmed that Arsenal of course will look to sell centre-backs. In terms of Callum Chambers, his contract is expiring at Arsenal, and as it stands, it doesn't look like he's going to get offered a brand new one. And also keep an eye on Rob Holding, because entering the peak years of his career, is he going to be happy sitting on the Arsenal bench? Personally, I don't think so. And so all Mikel Arteta is really trying to say is that Arsenal will look to make space for William Saliba. But now that you guys have heard the quotes, let me know your own thoughts down below in the comments on what you think is going to happen with the future of William Saliba. Personally, from what I've read of Arteta's words today, I am encouraged that Saliba will play in an Arsenal shirt, and I can't wait for that. In the same press conference though, Arteta was also asked about the potential Barcelona job, and in response to that he replied, I am extremely happy at Arsenal and I feel privileged to be here. My only focus is here. So Arteta has denied any reports linking him to his ex-club at FC Barcelona, who of course have recently sacked their manager in Ronald Koeman. And even though as of right now it looks like the ex-player in Xavi is favourite to become the next manager, the fact that Arteta has come through La Masia's academy, Arteta has been linked to the Barcelona job as well. But I guess on one hand, the fact that a massive club like Barcelona are interested in Mikel Arteta just goes to show that maybe, just maybe, he is somewhat rated in the managerial game. But as per, let me know your own thoughts down below in the comments on the links linking Mikel Arteta to the FC Barcelona manager job. Okay, then let's move on to Arsenal versus Leicester City. The mighty Gunners are back in action 12 p.m. or 12:30 p.m. in the UK time against Leicester City away from home, and this is not going to be easy. But what are we saying in terms of the latest Arsenal team news? First things first, Mikel Arteta on Ben White says he has a bit of a sickness and he was feeling some tummy aches. Hopefully today he will be okay. He hasn't trained yet, so we will have to wait for today to see how he's feeling and to make a decision. So it seems like Benny Blanco still has that bug which had him come off against United, but the fact that it's not a physical injury has me somewhat confident that we can see Benny Blanco start against Leicester City, and I'm hoping he does, because with all due respect to Rob Holding and Callum Chambers, Benjamin White is just a level above. Mikel Arteta on Kieran Tierney. He is progressing in trading. He felt a little bit better in the last few days. We will see what happens in the next 48 hours. Kieran Tierney is a massive doubt going into the game, hence why I think we're going to see a start for Nuno Tavares. And finally, in terms of Martin Odegaard, as you guys can see, he was a part of the Arsenal training today. So it looks like Martin Odegaard is going to be fit and he's going to be available. But in terms of his recent form, it hasn't been the best. As Charles Watt says, 8 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, 8 chances created and 4 shots. It's been a slow start to life back at Arsenal for Martin Odegaard. And I completely agree, but at the same time I urge Arsenal fans to not go over the top. This is a player that Arsenal have just signed for £30 million, he's 22 years of age, and even though we all understand there's a player there, it's quite clear that Odegaard is clearly lacking in confidence. And so with that being the case, we're not going to see the best of Martin Odegaard. But what I am hoping for is after a couple games off the Arsenal bench, he can use the motivation of a Lacazette starting instead as a way to motivate himself to become better. So the fans that have already casted Odegaard as a flop, for me, you guys are going way OTT. I myself have always rated Martin Odegaard, and I still see a player there, so hopefully he can find his confidence back very soon. Moving on to the Leicester team news. First things first, Brendan Rodgers and Jamie Vardy says he's okay, he's trained the last couple of days so he'll be fine. Rodgers also goes on to say there maybe is a question mark on Ricardo Pereira. He just felt a little bit tight from the game the other night. Jose Perez has had a bit of a bug, so he was kept away today. We'll see how he responds. Apart from that, all the players are fit and healthy. And in terms of Jamie Vardy, he's the one I'm looking out for because he always loves to score against Arsenal Football Club. So now you guys have heard the team news, how exactly now is Mikel Arteta going to line up? Well, I think we are going to see a full 2-3-1 formation with Ramsdale in goal, a back four of Tomiyasu, Ben White, Gabriel and Nuno Tavares, a midfield duo of Sambi and Partey, and a trio of Lacazette, Smith Rowe and Saka behind the striker in Pierre and Aubameyang. In terms of Ben White, the fact that it's not a physical injury and it's more of a bug, I think he's going to be fine. In terms of central midfield, I wouldn't be surprised if Mikel Arteta actually was to go for El Neni over Sambi, and I say it simply out of the respect to the players Leicester have in James Maddison and Yuri Tielemans. And in terms of the Arsenal front four, I'm keeping it the same as the one against Aston Villa, because not only did his attack press very well, but it was also one of Arsenal's best attacking performances so far under the reign of Mikel Arteta. But if it came down to you, man, how would you guys line up against Leicester tomorrow? Let me know down below. In terms of the referee, it's been confirmed that Michael Oliver will take charge of Leicester against Arsenal. Michael Oliver is, I guess, a hit and miss referee for Arsenal, but at the same time, which referee isn't? But in terms of the overall game, Arsenal will have to pay respect to Leicester because they are a decent team, but at the same time, for me, Arsenal have the quality, the caliber and the confidence to go there and get a win. And if we were to do so, that would be 9 games undefeated and positive vibes all around. It's looking like it's going to be a very decent game, so let me know your thoughts in terms of your score predictions. I myself am going to go for an Arsenal dub. I am hoping for the best. Okay then, moving on to the other Arsenal news today, and starting off with an Arsenal central midfielder who could be on his way out. I am talking Mohamed Elneny. As reports from Turkey are claiming that Mohamed Elneny is on the top of Galatasaray's wishlist for midfielders, as they apparently already have an agreement in principle with the player. High possibility the transfer happens in January. Now, Elneny's Arsenal contract is set to expire at the end of the season, but could he be leaving Arsenal in January instead, and could there be a transfer involved? Potentially. Now, if that is to be the case, first things first, I'm not against it. As decent as a player as Elneny is, I just don't think he is at the standard of Arsenal Football Club. But in terms of Arsenal, with Partey also going to AFCON and Xhaka currently injured, it looks like Arsenal might just have to sign a brand new central midfielder. And could that be a certain Dennis Zakaria? As Bild in Germany are reporting that Borussia Mönchengladbach midfielder Dennis Zakaria is a subject of interest from Arsenal, as he is free to negotiate a pre-contract agreement with any potential suitors in January. The fact that Denis Zakaria's contract is expiring means if Arsenal wanted to sign him as soon as January, he would not be expensive at all and very, very affordable. And according to the Daily Express in the UK, Edu Gaspar is said to be determined to see off competition for Denis Zakaria. So it seems as if Arsenal and Edu Gaspar have identified Zakaria as an opportunity and a player to improve the depth and the quality in the Arsenal midfield, which if that is the case, I am completely for. In terms of the type of player, as you guys can see here, Zakaria is a player that excels in pass success rate and progressing passing distance. He is also very good when it comes to progressive carrying distance and also a very good tackler and interceptor. And he is also 24 years of age, a player that is entering his peak years. The fact that Arsenal could get that for a very, very minimal fee, I think what Arsenal see here is a massive opportunity. But as per, let me know your own thoughts on Denis Zakaria, and on a free transfer or a minimal fee, is he a player that you guys want to see Arsenal sign? According to Albinio, Arsenal have scored already as many goals in 3 from corners in the Premier League this season as they did in the whole of last season. 3 goals from corners. How have Arsenal Football Club become set piece kings? Well, the secret behind this is Arsenal's brand new set piece coach in Nicolas Jova, a person that Arsenal signed specifically out of Man City in the summer. And you know what? Funny enough, speaking to most of my Leicester mates, they have all admitted the Leicester aren't the best from set pieces. So the fact that Arsenal have improved and Leicester aren't the best, all I'm saying is keep an eye out tomorrow. In their last 20 games in all competitions, Arsenal have kept 10 clean sheets, and that is the joint best record alongside Liverpool out of the entirety of the Premier League. This confirms to me the improvement of Arsenal's defence under Mikel Arteta, and as is to be expected, Arsenal have spent so much money on defenders over the past 2 seasons, but at the same time you have to also give credit to Mikel Arteta, because he inherited an Unai Emery Arsenal team which was the 8th best team in the league defensively, to a team that conceded 3rd least amount of goals last season. Regardless of your thoughts on Mikel Arteta, he certainly has made our defence a lot better. But in terms of going forwards, Arteta's Arsenal still has a lot of questions to answer. But is that more down to personnel or the manager? That is down to you guys to discuss down below in the comments. But regardless, in terms of the defence, can I say, touch wood, no jinx, Arsenal seems to finally have a reliable defence, and that is something you love to see. But that is the video there. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, and also do subscribe to your boy's channel while you guys are down there. If you want to follow your boy on them social medias, then the links will be down below in the description. But that was the latest Arsenal news today, and Arsenal versus Leicester tomorrow. It's going to be a hard game, but I am looking forward to it, and I will see you guys next time in a bit.